Hello crafters, I'm JanB. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and this is my first card making video tutorial, hopefully the first of many. The card that I'm going to be showing you how to make today is this one here. I have all my pieces cut out ready, and these are, to start with, my card base is Strawberry Slush and it measures 5 3/4 inches by 8 1/4, scored down the centre, folded in half. I then have a piece of Whisper White which measures 5 5/5 inches by 4 inches. Then Strawberry Slush, this is from the designer paper stack in colours of 2013 to 2015. This measures 5 1/2 inches by 3 7/8. My next piece is Whisper White, 3 inches by 3 7/8 inches. The next is Strawberry Slush, 2 7/8 inches by 3 3/4 inches. And finally, Whisper White, 2 3/4 inches by 3 5/8. The first thing I'm going to do is to get my first two layers onto my card base, and I'm going to use the snail adhesive to do that. It would help if I used it up the right way. As I have trouble getting my pieces lined up straight, I do always use my tweezers. It's a lot easier to see what I'm doing without having my fingers in the way. As you can see, even then I struggle at times. But hey ho, we get there in the end. The next piece I'm doing is the DSP. Just checking. That's right. Now I'll put that to one side, and I'm going to take my smallest piece to do my stamping on. I like my piece that I'm working on to stay still, so I always put a little bit of snail on the back to stick it to my grid paper, but snail is a permanent adhesive, so what I do is I just put a little piece on the back and then I press that against an item of clothing for 2 or 3 times, and then I find it loses a lot of its stick and then it will stay in place beautifully. The stamp that I'm using is this beautiful big swirly stamp from Everything Eleanor, and because this is such a large stamp going onto a small piece of white cardstock, I've made myself a template so that I can use my Stampin' Jig. This is one of the big advantages of the woodblock mounted stamps. You can make these templates and then you can keep it, which is why I've used a sheet of acetate and not the sheet that actually comes with my Stampin' Jig. So all I need to do now is to lay my template onto my cardstock and decide exactly where I want to place my Stampin' Jig. So I think that looks good. Don't move it. And then I can put my Stampin' Jig in place and then move this. This will now be filed in with my stamps, and I will keep it for whenever I want to use it next. Right, this is my ink, Strawberry Slush, nice juicy ink pad. I'll close it up straight away I know what I'm like, I'll get myself in a mess. Right, I'll hold my Stampin' jig. When you're using this, just make sure that you keep your fingers on your wood block totally out of the way of the Stampin' jig, so you can just slide that straight down, that out of the way, and you get a perfect impression every time. Beautiful. Sometimes what happens is when you push that and lift it up, that may still be stuck on there, which is why I like to have that stuck down. Now what I'm going to do next is layer this onto my Strawberry Slush. And then this onto my next piece of Whisper White. Oops, that's out. I'm going to fix this to my card base using dimensionals. I'll use one in each corner and then one in the centre. After going to the trouble of making a card, I don't like the idea it's going to get spoiled because it gets pushed down in the centre. I just love the size of these dimensionals. They're big enough without being too big. Right, now I'm going to place this up here. That's right. I've already punched out my flowers. I used the little flower punch from the Itty Bitty Accents punch pack, and I've put them onto my mini glue dots, and I've already put the pearls in the middle of them, so I can just take these off. These glue dots really are very, very good, and then just pop these on where I want them to be. And the last one. I've already bent all the petals up, so that's fine. The last thing I need to do is to add my sentiment, and what I'm going to do is a spare piece of Whisper White. The greeting that I'm using is actually from Wetlands. I like the font on this one. So again, with my Strawberry Slush ink, I always check to see whether it's upside down or not, but when I'm doing it like this, it really doesn't matter. I'm going to punch that out using the oval punch. Very nice and easy. So I'm going to pop that onto a piece of Strawberry Slush, and I'm going to cut it out with the large oval punch. It's so much easier just to get things straightened up when they're done like this. Okay. And again, I'm going to pop that onto my card using dimensionals. I think one either end will do nicely for that. Just make sure it's up the right way. And there we have it. There we go. That's my card. I hope you like it, and I hope you give it a try. If you've enjoyed my video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you'd like to purchase any of these Stampin' Up products, please visit my website, which is www.janbcards.com, where you'll find a link to my 24/7 online Stampin' Up shop. Many thanks and happy crafting. Until next time, cheerio, bye.